You're on Short Final, Ireland's aviation podcast from Squawk 7000. Here's Mark Dwyer and Michael Cummin.
Welcome to episode 52 of Short Final from Squawk 7000. On this week's podcast, Aer Lingus delays the start of its transatlantic operations from Manchester, EasyJet and BA swoop into Belfast to service routes vacated by Stobart Air, and Ryanair takes delivery of its first two Boeing 737-8200 aircraft.
Aer Lingus has delayed its transatlantic operations from Manchester Airport due to the continuing travel restrictions for passengers entering the US. Aer Lingus announced in March that they would start a transatlantic route from Manchester to New York JFK and Orlando from the 29th of July. However, the start date of these new routes have been pushed back to the 30th of September. Aer Lingus will be using an Airbus A321LR on the route to New York and an Airbus A330-300 to Orlando. Both routes will be flown as a daily service, and Aer Lingus will base two A330s and two A321LRs in Manchester and place them on the UK aircraft register. The start date for the Manchester-Barbados route will remain unchanged at the 20th of October. Back at home, Aer Lingus has removed several routes from the Dublin schedule for the summer. The following airports will not be returning to the network: Alghero, Bologna, Brindisi, Catania, Milan Malpensa, Marseille, Montpellier, Nantes, Perpignan, Pisa, Pula and Split. Due to the continuing restrictions on foreign travel, Aer Lingus said they will continue to review the plan for the summer schedule. The popular summer destination of Faro in Portugal is to receive a twice-daily Airbus A320 service, with an additional A330 operating on a Saturday morning.
Ryanair finally took delivery of its first two Boeing 737-8200 aircraft last week after many delays. These are the first of the 210 that the Ryanair Group have on order. Ryanair has described this aircraft as a game changer, as the new aircraft will carry 4% more passengers, but reduce fuel consumption by 16% per seat, lower noise emissions by 40% and lower CO2 emissions by a similar amount. The first aircraft, Echo India Hotel Echo November, departed from Boeing Field in Seattle at 01:15 local time and arrived in Dublin over 9 hours later at 18:21 on Wednesday evening. Several Ryanair Group aircraft appear to be ready for delivery at the Boeing factory in Seattle and have been painted in the colours of Ryanair, Buzz and Malta Air.
Ireland West Airport Knock reopened to commercial traffic this week after 160 days without a commercial flight, the longest in the airport's 36-year history. The airport has been open to facilitate other non-airline traffic, such as the arrival of some former Qatar A330s for scrapping at Airtrade. 3 services are welcomed back from Ryanair, to and from Liverpool, Stansted and Luton. Echo India Delta Papa Hotel operated the first flight from Luton as the Ryanair 8142.
Dublin-based aircraft leaser Avalon and Virgin Atlantic and American Airlines have partnered with the UK-based Vertical Aerospace to develop zero-emissions vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Avalon has concluded an agreement for 500 VA-X4 aircraft through their new subsidiary Avalon E. The VA-X4 is a piloted zero-emissions aircraft capable of travelling at over 200 miles per hour, with a range of over 100 miles and capacity for 4 passengers and a pilot. The aircraft takes off vertically, enabling it to operate in and out of cities and other confined locations. In addition, it's 100 times quieter and safer than a helicopter and will be certified by EASA and the UK CAA. The order is worth over $2 billion. Virgin Atlantic have options for 150 of these aircraft, while American Airlines have pre-ordered 250 of the type. Vertical plans to conclude its first test flight of the VA-X4 later this year, with certification of the aircraft as early as 2024.
Due to unfavourable weather expected, the ILAS fly-in due to take place at Timon in Wexford was postponed this weekend. Instead, the event will take place next weekend, and more details are available from the ILAS website at www.ilas.ie.
The Irish Air Corps is currently recruiting direct entry aircraft technicians to join the team in Baldonnel. Aircraft technicians provide the maintenance and servicing of all Air Corps aircraft. To be eligible for this role, candidates must have attained the required minimum education qualifications at the time of entry, which may include an EASA Part 66 Cat A or Cat B aircraft maintenance licence, a Bachelor of Engineering, Level 7 in Aircraft Systems, or a Level 6 Advanced Certificate Craft Aircraft Technician. Applications can be made via the Defence Forces website, and the closing date is Sunday the 27th of June.
The RAF Red Arrows display team performed a flypast at Carrickfergus in Northern Ireland as part of the UK Armed Forces Day on Saturday. The flypast took place at 11 a.m. with the Hawks trailing smoke in their trademark red, white and blue colours. The display team departed from Prestwick in Scotland at 10:40 a.m. for the 20-minute transition across the Irish Sea. The team then landed at Belfast International Airport for refuelling before departing again at 2:10 p.m. back to their home base at RAF Scampton, with another flight past at Carrickfergus.
Following the collapse of Stobart Air, EasyJet has stepped in to take on some of the routes operating from Belfast City Airport and Belfast International Airport. The airline will start a new double daily service from London Gatwick to Belfast City starting on the 9th of July. From Belfast International Airport, the airline will serve East Midlands 4 times per week from the 2nd of July and Leeds Bradford 4 times per week starting on the 9th of July. The airline has also added over 60,000 additional seats to existing routes from Belfast to Birmingham, Manchester, Edinburgh and Glasgow.
And British Airways with partner City Flyer have also stepped in with 18 services per week on 4 new routes from Belfast City Airport starting this week. All flights will be operated by City Flyer Express using Embraer 190 aircraft. The new routes are to Leeds Bradford, Exeter, Newquay and Glasgow. These routes will run alongside existing British Airways services between Belfast and London City and London Heathrow airports.
ASG has been awarded Aviation School of the Year 2021 at the Irish Enterprise Awards. Awardees must demonstrate expertise within a given field, dedication to customer service and commitment to excellence and innovation. The research was centred around an in-depth evaluation of skills and services on offer, and the wider market reputation of each nominee was also considered. This past year has left aviation training organisations with little choice but to innovate, improvise and overcome the unprecedented challenges faced due to the COVID-19 pandemic. ASG has invested significantly through the pandemic with their hybrid classroom concept, which leaves them well positioned to grow as the aviation industry recovers. As part of the transition, ASG has also begun offering PPL theory training. The course consists of 121 hours of theoretical knowledge training, 89 hours of self-study and 32 hours of classroom instruction over 4 days. Classroom sessions may be completed in class or by logging into the hybrid classroom.
And finally, last Thursday morning, Antonov An 124100 Ruslan, Romeo Alpha 82047, departed Shannon with tons of aid bound for Nepal. The flight was operated to Mineralny Vody Airport in Russia, with the cargo then continuing on its journey to Nepal. The aircraft was loaded with a donation of oxygen concentrators, ventilators, BiPAP machines, oximeters, respiratory monitors and PPE to help the country combat their COVID-19 wave.
Thanks, Mark, and you can find these stories and more on flyinginireland.com. And a reminder that you can listen to our long final editions. This week, I'll be talking with Tony Tighe, Head of Aviation Services at Met Éireann, about the services available to general aviation pilots in Ireland. You'll find it wherever you get your podcasts and on our site squawk7000.ie. Thanks for listening.